to do some story time. You love story time? Just so everyone knows, there could be a possibility of being filmed right now, and it's not out of love, just so you know. But we are all loving here, and we are embracing ourselves, and we are having a wonderful time, yeah?
The small town of Cobourg, Ontario hosted its first ever Pride event this past summer, and I have the access to information documents to finally share with you, showing just how much this event cost taxpayers and how much the drag performers were paid for their crucial engagements with children. Tamara Ugolini here with Rebel News, and thanks to your generosity and support at rebelinvestigates.com, I was able to file an access to information request with the town of Cobourg to determine just how much the drag performers from Oliver Talents were paid for their engagement to parade in the streets of downtown Cobourg, which is a small town about an hour east of Toronto. The main event was a child and family-centric engagement that included 2 separate drag queen storytime endeavors. I had previously requested the basic budget allowance and information to include in my original reports on this subject, wherein I went downtown to witness the events for myself and, check in to gauge the appropriateness of this event for children, given the drag queens are typically sexually charged, often clown-like caricatures of women with glamorous and exaggerated costumes. Now, despite the fact that I had previously reached out to the mayor of Cobourg, who was elected in the fall of last year, 2022, whose second pillar of campaign promises included transparent and accountable governance, I did not receive a response about the cost of this event or specifically how much the private contractor, Oliver Talents, was paid. So I had to file an ATIP to obtain this information. And here is what it showed. The whole weekend, coined Pride/Welcome to Cobourg, cost $7,000. The quote provided by Oliver Talents breaks down the following. On Friday, June 2nd, they hosted a street bingo and show. They would apparently provide bingo stuff and put on a show. It would feature the belle of the ball, that's Babe Kelly, Oliver Closeoff, Rocker Closeoff, Nikki Chin, and Demand Attention. Saturday, June the 3rd, was the main events. It included part of the Pride Parade, 2 drag story times throughout the day, a quote DJ, unquote, and performances throughout the day, with mingling and pictures. Oliver Talent events received approximately 1/3 of the total cost of the Pride event, $2,500 for their town-sponsored events. I think it's safe to say that the main event itself likely garnered the majority of that $2,500 cost, which is where I had been reporting. In case you need a refresher, here is a quick clip of how that went when the belle of the ball shied away from the camera and attempted to intimidate me with name-calling when I would not acquiesce to his unreasonable demands.
I can't hear you. Do I need permission to film you?
Yeah, you do.
Why is that? We're in a public space.
Because you don't have my permission.
Well, you're in public. That
Doesn't mean you can. It's okay, you know what? You can spread your hate.
I'm not spreading any hate.
Well, you are, because you're saying we do things that we don't.
I didn't.
But we love you.
You called me over.
Yeah, I don't want you filming me.
Well, you're in public.
So now you're bullying, so it's okay, film me.
Yeah, I will.
Okay.
For reference, Oliver Talents claims to be the premier agency for child actors across Northumberland County. Cobourg's progressively painted sidewalk was revamped with thermoplastic paint sheets in preparation for this event, which also cost the taxpayers an additional $11,700. It's expected to last 2 to 5 years, as previously reported by Today's Northumberland. Seems like a lot of spending on virtue signaling while the community becomes increasingly unsafe amid flourishing homelessness and open-air drug use. For Rebel News, I'm Tamara Ugolini. Without your support, we would not have been able to dig up this information. So thank you to everyone who supports our accountability journalism at rebelinvestigates.com. If you would like to see our other reports on access to information documents and requests, you can head over to that website and donate while you're there if you're able to. That website again is rebelinvestigates.com, and thank you so much for your support.